God. So this is the perfect recap, everybody. The Patriots run was way too goddamn overpowered because we had no limitations and we made a super team immediately. But Mac Jones will forever be a hero to us all. Chat votes. We start over with the Atlanta Falcons. And our beautiful owner here. You know what his name is. I'm excited to see what happens. It's not going to be a draft of glory. It's not going to be a UDFA only challenge. It's going to kind of be a combination of stuff to make things a little bit more difficult. We'll turn the pre-order bonus off. Instant starter, doesn't matter. Deadline's good. Trade deadline, enable all, whatever. Coach firing, on, doesn't matter. Cap abilities, editability controls, yes. Relocation settings, we're not going to relocate. The staff talent cost modifier. Slowest. I mean, normal, we got a lot of staff points incredibly fast. What do we go? Slowest? Slower or slowest for the talent cost? I'm thinking slow. Slower, slowest. Because normal is way too fast. All you gotta do is hire a good coach who's already half decent. You know what? Fuck it. Let's go slowest. Let's go for the challenge. Injuries on, pre-existing's fine, practice squad stealing's fine, career clock, whatever, progressive fatigue fine, practice injury fine, play clock cooldown, nope, none of that matters, full field control, good, minimum roster size, in-season limits, player roll, ball cut restrictions, all that's good, breakout scenarios, yes please, development trait regression. So this is the, this is the interesting one. What exactly do we want to set these sliders to? Like, you can put a limit on how many X-Factor players can be in the league at one time. I don't believe bumping that up to 75 automatically means that's, you know, 25 other people. Jesus Christ, Pyro, you're a fucking genius. Pyro, you're a fucking genius. Perfect. Perfect. You know what? Screw it. I don't care. Let's just max these out. I don't care. If somebody's good, then somebody's good. I use 30, 60, and 350. I mean, that's the thing, though, right? Like, I don't mind if they're, like... The question is then just how much does that affect the draft? You know? How much does that affect the draft? Is the question. Just how much? Because I don't want the draft to be, like, incredibly stacked, you know? But also, if we boost that up. If we boost this up, is it going to be too much? Like, screw it. If you're going to hand us good players, hand us good players. Screw it. Why not? Let's go for it. Screw it. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Injury management will turn to auto. Everything else we will deal with on our own. Auto progress players off, auto progress talents, fill roster will turn off, tutorial pop-ups, you can turn that off as well. Alright, so that I guess that's going to be kind of the one crazy thing, is we'll see what kind of wild effect that might have. Now, the one thing as well that I want to do for Season 1, because you're not allowed to edit offline. Offline, before you enter franchise mode, I'm not allowed to edit and make somebody half decent. So for example, if I want to go over to Justin Fields, granted he does have hidden, which is nice. But say for example they screwed over Justin Fields and gave him normal, and I wanted to make sure that he had a higher development, I can't do that until I'm in franchise. So I'm not against having Justin Fields stay on star. You could maybe argue superstar. But what I want to do is just run through some of the more familiar names. For the most part, I think it's going to be quarterbacks that I focus on. If anyone has any suggestions, let me know. But for the most part here, it's just let's make sure that certain players actually develop and that the AI doesn't immediately sign like a Colin Kaepernick and replace their young quarterback. Like Joe Burrow, I'm pretty sure is only at star. Like, I'm cool with putting Joe Burrow on superstar. give him a chance to actually be good. Let's give Joe Burrow a chance to actually be good. Can we do that? Yes, we can. And we will. Because why not? And what is... hey, Jamar Chase has a picture now. That's nice. And now that we restarted, certain people have pictures, which is great. As opposed to the faceless Mac Jones picture that we were dealing with. Wow, Jamar Chase has superstar at the gates, huh? Goddamn. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, Thaddeus Moss, though. I'm having fun with this one. It's Thaddeus Moss, damn it. We're giving him star dev. Who says no? Who says no? Star dev for Thaddeus Moss. Son of a legend. Burrow's biggest flaw is his O-line. I completely agree. Trying to remember if there was anybody else where I was really disappointed that they didn't develop. Like I said, I am all for, like, hey, I know this guy on the Bengals has a much poorer setup than he should. The Bills, obviously, Josh Allen's fine. That is an X factor to start. I mean, he should be. I'm just trying to, you know, not go too crazy with the editing, right? You don't want to do that after all. Who would ever want to do that? I think the Bills, for the most part, were fine. I don't really recall anybody on Buffalo where I'm like, wow, this guy didn't develop? That's insane. Like, for the most part, it was fine. Denver. Honestly, I'm going to give Drew Lock a slight, ever so slight chance to maybe be decent for Denver. Is it going to happen? Probably not. But we're going to give Drew Lock a little bit. And maybe that means they'll be a little bit more loyal to him throughout franchise. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. Jonathan Williams, Royce Freeman. Courtland Sutton. What does Jerry Jeudy have? I'll probably do the same for Sam Darnold. I'll probably do the same thing for Daniel Jones as well. Because it does kind of suck that within like 3 seasons, you know, the league starts to get dominated by generated quarterbacks. We didn't, Priz. We actually didn't make the playoffs, but that's okay. We decided it was for the best to maybe look at a different option and a new challenge. The only other guy I want to check here on Denver is one Patrick Surtain. I am certain he has star dev. I had to. I'm sorry. I had to do it. Shit, he has superstar. Good on you, EA. Good on you. Cleveland. I don't really think there was anybody on Cleveland where I'm like, how is this guy as good as he is? Or how did this guy not develop? Like, Jedrick Wills developed for us. Ronnie Harrison, when we picked him up. I mean, my God, we took everybody. We took everybody off of this damn team, didn't we? Fucking everybody. How good is Koromoa? He has hidden dev at least. That's fine. I don't know if Greedy Williams... Yeah, Greedy Williams has star. Make Hunt a kicker. He's still in the league. We'll leave him. I definitely won't have him on my team this time. David. Was there anybody here? Tristan Wirfs is obviously a beast and a half already. Honestly, I could probably just sort by age and just make sure that there was nobody where I'm like, wow, that guy didn't develop into anything special. Like even Murphy Bunting, he ended up being a beast. I didn't realize that, what a tash, by the way. I didn't realize that Ender stopped trying to get the alert to pop up. Earn it. I didn't realize Tampa had such a young roster. Zaven Collins. What does Zaven Collins have for a dev pattern? Is Folk going to be New England's kicker, or does Norden have a chance? Norden missed, what, a field goal and 2 extra points in their preseason game tonight? So, yeah, it's going to be Folk. It is going to be Folk. Barring a crazy turn of events here. Obviously, Kyler's got superstar. Norden's getting cut tomorrow. Yes, basically. I think for the most part we're good there. Chargers, Josh Palmer, Asante Samuel Jr. Let me make sure. Okay, good. He has hidden dev. He at least has something decent. Shout out to Chris Rumpf. That might be my new favorite name in all of football. That might be new. Sniper, I will explain again in a moment, but we have started over. Although Trey McKitty is also fantastic. What does Justin Herbert have? No. Yeah, no, Neely, you are right. We are giving Justin Herbert superstar. No doubt. No doubt. The season he had. Come on now, EA. Come on, let's have some fun here. We need some of these young stars to actually have a chance to be decent. AAA, what's going on, by the way? I think for the most part, we're okay. Looking for other, again, bigger names on the Chargers that maybe didn't develop. Of course, shout out to every hockey player's favorite man, Easton Stick. Pats was too easy. It really was. The Chiefs, Nick Bolton. Edwards-Helaire is already a beast. I think he's only on star, but he still just turns into a monster. Absolute monster. Actually, DiCaprio Boodle might be my favorite name. Cornell Powell. Bo-Pete Keys. For you. Out of Tulane. Coolio. Thank you for the follow. Come along on a fantastic voyage while we rebuild the Atlanta Falcons. It's going to be a good time. Dude, man, the Chiefs... The Chiefs have all of the best names. This is fantastic. Thank you very much, Kansas City. I think at this point, pretty much just let me know if there's somebody that I should pay attention to that you think didn't really develop properly. I'm going to mainly look at quarterbacks now at this point. Tua. Tua needs a goddamn boost. He has star and Miami didn't do anything. I don't know if Tua deserves Tua doesn't deserve superstar. If Herbert gets superstar, we'll leave Tua there. Miami just couldn't develop him. Jalen Hurts having normal dev. Piss off. We're giving him at least star. Like, give him a chance, you know? A chance. Jesus. Give him a chance. Obviously, nobody here needs a chance. Check Devonta Smith's dev. I'll check Jalen Waddles first because I want to make sure. Oh boy, I will check Smith's development here. Hey, Salvon Ahmed. What does Jalen Phillips have? Okay, he has hidden dev too. I want to make sure the Miami Dolphins don't get screwed here because, yeah. Devon Smith is an Eagle. Yeah, he is. God damn it. My bad. I've been exposed as a horrible, horrible casual. Hidden dev there. I saw it when he mentioned, when I was, I had already switched over to the Eagles, so I thought he was talking about someone on the Dolphins. And I'm like, all right, cool. I'll believe it. He also spelled it wrong. So, I'm throwing Neely under the bus. Damn it. Falcons again, our team. We don't really need to boost up anybody on the football team, do we? I don't think we need to. Do you want to argue a Kyle Allen boost to star dev? I don't think so. The 49ers, what does Trey Lance have? Okay, at least he has star or superstar. I didn't cut Josh Rosen, but I might as well have. Josh, let's go ahead, Josh, and I feel like this is fair. Let's just go ahead and there we go. Let's just drop that rating down. But poor Josh Rosen. I might have accidentally said Josh Allen. I feel like I might have said Josh Allen, but poor Josh Rosen. The Giants. I do want to give Daniel Jones a chance. He's a 72. The Giants are obviously sticking with him. Let's give him an outside chance to maybe not be complete trash in franchise mode. Is that too much to ask? Trevor Lawrence has superstar by default, if I'm not mistaken, which is great. I feel like we should give Minshew star dev. I think we will. Let me just triple check that Trevor Lawrence has superstar, which he should. Yeah, he does. We are 100% giving Gardner Minshew star dev. I want somebody to trade for that beautiful man. It might even be us. Even though I said I wasn't going to trade for top-notch. I'm not going to trade for top-notch players anymore. But I will trade for Gardner Minshew. The Jets. Zach Wilson at least has a dev pattern. Whoops, backed out too far. So like I said, if there are any other players that you are aware of that might have normal dev when they at least deserve something, let me know, and we'll bump them up to give them a chance. Really nobody there for Detroit. Jordan Love, does he at least have star? He does. So that's good. Sam Darnold. We're going to at least give Sam Darnold star as well. We'll give him a chance. We'll call that the Jets factor, where there is a chance, of course, that the Jets absolutely ruined him. So we'll bump him up. I will go back and check Penei Sewell. Mr. Penei Sewell. What do you got? Hidden dev, so he's at least got something. Rager with the Eagles. I'll check him. What's he got? Normal dev? Anybody in disagreement to bump up Jalen Rager really quickly? Zebra, what's going on? Jared Goof. How have I never heard that? We'll bump up Jalen Rager. We'll help the Eagles out a little bit. Sewell should have superstar. I don't disagree. Let me check. Let me check what he has. Rager's normal dev. He's not good. Yeah. I'll give Eagles fans some hope. Sewell does have superstar, so there you go. Mentioning Jerome Baker. And here's the thing. Jerome Baker was incredible for us in the franchise mode last year. Let me see what he's got. I disagree with that personally. Jerome Baker deserves at least star. I agree with Jay. I agree. So again, hopefully this helps things kind of pan out a bit more interestingly. Instead of certain teams just being like, well, screw it. In terms of what Goff has, who the hell cares? Mac Jones, you're getting star, goddammit. You're getting star. You have to. He gets at least star development, goddammit. Check out Slater on the Chargers. I don't know who that is, so let me see if I can track him down. I am unfamiliar with Rashawn. Oh, yeah, Rashawn Slater. Gotcha. He has a dev pattern. You're good. Claypool on the Steelers. Well, wait until I get to the team. Gotta wait until I get to the team. First of all, what's Sony Michel's dev pattern? No. I don't care what anybody says. Sony Michel's going down to normal dev. I am now going to officially edit my Patriots now that I am not in control of them. Sony Michel goes down to normal. Stop fooling. Stop fooling. Stop playing around. Damian Harris on star is fine. You know who else deserves star? I don't care if it's preseason. J.J. Taylor. J.J. Taylor is getting star dev. Because I don't care. He deserves it. I'm not in control of the Patriots team. You know who else is getting star dev? Ramondre Stevenson. The next LeGarrette Blount. Hopefully without punching people. Maybe with punching people. But Ramondre Stevenson's getting star. There's my Patriots bias right there. Is there any other way I can show Patriots bias? You're fucking right there is. Jacoby Myers is getting star dev. Now that I'm not in control of this team, I am boosting up these players as they deserve, god damn it. N'Keal Harry, though, can suck it. Good, he's on normal dev. He stays. Gunnar Olszewski, he's on normal dev. That's fine. I'm not biased with Heineke. I am going to totally double-check everything in relation to the Patriots really quickly. I need to help out my boys here. Because EA's done them dirty. They're tired of the Patriots' dominance. Winovich better be at least star. Thank you. Rum, I will go bump up Heineke just for you. Christian Barmore better have a good... He does. He has at least star. Anybody else that has kind of gotten screwed? I mean, Donta Hightower deserves X Factor. Oh, Raekwon McMillan. Remember when I started with Raekwon McMillan on my team? He wasn't on our Patriots team for long. Uche deserves at least star. Good. I mean, clearly J.C. Jackson deserves superstar. For the most part, I feel like that's good. Hey, Joshua Bledsoe is a picture now. Great. Cool. Kyle, at least star dev. Good. I added Quinn Norden. We'll see if they keep him over Folk. I wouldn't. Oh, goodness. 28-year-old Taylor Heineke. This one's for Rum Nerd. Counted as a birthday present for yesterday. Happy birthday. Taylor Heineke, X Factor. He's a superstar in our heart. He's 28 years old, so it doesn't matter. There you go. Superstar. He'll never start a game. But there you go. Again, now if we're approaching a team, let me know. I don't know if the Raiders have anybody that kind of got boned here. How good's Alex Leatherwood? I know he was a reach. Does anyone want to argue for Leatherwood getting star dev? Anybody? Tyreek Gillespie? What's Henry Ruggs at? Star dev for him. Jordan Ta'amu deserves X Factor. He does too. He does. Yeah, I don't really know again if there's anybody here on the Raiders that anyone feels like kind of got boned by EA in terms of potential. The Rams. Nobody to really worry about. Cam Akers or Akers is hurt. I don't know if there's anyone on the Rams spot. I'd say Tua superstar. It's tough though, because if we put Justin Herbert at superstar, can we put Tua at superstar? I think Tua could end up hitting that level, perhaps, but that might be jumping the gun just a little bit. The Ravens, again, if you guys think there's anyone that I should double check in terms of a dev pattern, let me know. Ruggs had hidden, so he at least has something. He's not completely thrown away here. Taysom Hill, X Factor. Who says no? Who says no? Taysom Hill. He has star dev. EA, you horrible trolls. He has star dev. Are you kidding me? Fuck that. We're going one step further. Superstar Taysom Hill. Who says no? Oh, God. Seahawks, for the most part, obviously, it's fine. It's a breaking the moments of four. I agree. Dwayne Haskins, I gotta be honest, I agree. I agree with the idea. Am I making a new offline file? It's online for the sake of faster loading times. You actually can't edit these, at least it wouldn't let me edit these files offline. I don't know why. Hence why we're doing it now. So yeah, we'll bump up Haskins a little bit. We'll give him a chance. Honestly, a 63, though, seems really low. But then again, I'm basing that off of how he's done in the preseason. Do we bump up Dwayne Haskins a little bit? To maybe give him a chance? Rudolph is 26, and he's at normal dev as well. So. The Texans... Davis Mills will, we'll keep it normal. The Titans... Kellen Mond's the interesting one where maybe. So again, for the most part, I feel like we're good. It was mainly the quarterbacks that I was worried about. Again, if you feel free to check over roster files if you think that there's somebody I should look at, though, just to make sure they have a half-decent dev, let me know. Drop Ben a bit. And Claypool on the Steelers. Claypool is... he's a 78. Star dev as well. I don't know. Anyone want to argue that? Come on, low-key deserves star. I'd be willing to do it just that Kirk Cousins doesn't stay as the starting quarterback for long. Then again, if Tua's a star, is Kellen Mond a star? We'll see. But I think for the most part we're good. Which means we can go into our further options here. Didn't want to go to league settings. Did want to go to XP sliders. Gonna get a navy Metcalf jersey and a neon green Adams jersey. Or a neon green Metcalf jersey and a blue Adams jersey. Go with the green for Adams because he was a Jet. And he's used to wearing green. How do you like that logic? So, franchise settings. XP sliders. This is the big decision maker here in terms of what we think. First and foremost, as per usual, kickers and punters deserve a pretty damn good boost. We didn't do anything with this in the Patriots run. I think, again, you could argue slight boost for offensive linemen. You could argue other spots as well. Why not? Let's give us better fullbacks as well to go along with the kickers and the punters. Put them at all max for maximal chaos. I think for the most part, Sox, what's that based off of? I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. Your suggested numbers. I'm intrigued. I'm not against it. I'm willing to try it out at least and see what happens. I don't remember my brain. All right, we're gonna test. We're gonna test your brain then. We're gonna test your brain, and if this fails, I am going to recommend your school to hold you back a year. That sound like a fair trade? Are you willing to risk it? Are you willing to risk it? I hope you are. There's going to be so many OP quarterbacks. Well. Hey, we'll give it a shot. We'll see what happens. We'll give it a shot. Unless anyone else has any other suggestions, we'll just kind of fuck around with the numbers. See what we're basing this off of. See what happens. Why not? Why not? And the gameplay sliders, I'm not honestly that worried about. Like I said, I'm still cool with, for the most part, leaving it on default, all pro. Until we know whether or not there's good slider sets out there. What people... Oh, shit, the minimum player speed threshold. So this is the one that we always used to put on 0, so that way faster players were fast. Like, there's no minimum speed threshold. If someone's slow, they're fucking slow, and then that way, if you have a super fast receiver, he can actually make the most of it. That's the one slider, for the most part, that I always wanted to edit. Because we always had to edit that in NCAA as well, or there was no point in having speedy players. So, hey, I don't know, again, if there are any disagreements with anything that we've done in terms of the setup. But there we go. And now it's time to see what we have with this Falcons team. Because, again, what we're not going to do is trade for team star players. I don't want to do that. If I make a trade with a team, it is for draft picks only. Apparently, we have all the cap room in the world. So we're going to build this team primarily through the draft and through free agency. If someone shows up in free agency, hey, fair game to go after them. So, let us take a look at our roster. I am also not going to immediately raid the free agent list. If we want to trade for Gardner Minshew for the memes, I'm willing to do it. I will let the AI raid the free agent list at the start, with the exception of one person. Timothy Tebow. I am 100% signing Tim Tebow, and you can't stop me. Tim Tebow is on this team, and yes, he's going to be our fullback. So, I think what we'll do, if we do decide to blow this team up, we're going to wait until the deadline, and then that way we have a better idea of what draft picks we might want. Fucking Cordell Patterson? Problem is, we do already have 2 fullbacks on this team, and they're going to get cut because we are absolutely putting Tim Tebow at fullback. Wearing number 80. He's our guy. X Factor Tebow. Should I make Tebow like an X Factor fullback? I'm all right with the memes. I don't even know if you can't have an X Factor fullback, but you can have a superstar fullback. I'm all right with, again, some memes here. Superstar X Factor Tebow. All right, so we have superstar. Yes. Yes, or we play Tim Tebow quarterback. So he doesn't have the overall to get any abilities. And we might just change Tim Tebow to our quarterback midway through the season. It's beautiful. We'll see what happens. Again, a lot's going to have to change about this team. We're going to have to cut a lot of players, and that's fine. So, staff will stay the same for the majority of the season. Pretty much all we have to do right now is just start weaving our way through the preseason. That is it. So, again, the game plans will leave as is. And we only have, of course, 3 player options to train up. Kyle Pitts will obviously be one. I have to find my next best options to train up here. You could say try to make Ridley better at 26. Russell Gage at 25. Do we have anybody else? I did reduce Kaepernick's rating. I put him at like a 71 on the free agent list. So if somebody signs him, at least he won't be an 81, for God's sakes. Again, I like Colin Kaepernick. I agreed with what he was doing. But he should not have that rating in a Madden game. Matt Hennessy and Chris Lindstrom. Ooh, Marlon Davidson. We're going to have to prioritize here. Ken Alulakun. All right, AJ Terrell definitely needs one of these spots. Okay. So who gets that 3rd spot aside from Kyle Pitts and AJ Terrell is the question. Lindstrom's already solid. Let's give it to Matt Hennessy. Let's give it to Matt Hennessy. Those will be the 3 guys that we are going to train up for the majority of this season. It'll be a while this time before we get those 3 extra slots, unlike the Patriots run. Tim Tebow gets a skill point. Yes, sir. Pitts has X Factor out of the gates. I believe so. I believe so. All right, so again, the staff is going to stay the same. Let's go ahead. Sim through our first preseason game against the Tennessee Titans, where we lost 37-31. Which is perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. And again, the weekly goals for the staff, I'm pretty much just going to let that decide what it is, because it's too much of a pain in the ass, to be honest, to sit there and change it to the same 3 things week after week. So we'll leave that up to the coach's discretion and RN Jesus, and we'll see what he thinks. Or she. Or they. Holy upgrade points. Okay, Mr. Sharp. I actually don't know what scheme we're going to try to run this season yet. Honestly, we should make that decision as well. Am I allowed to change anything related to our coaches for the sake of bettering scheme fit? What do you think? Because that's one way to kind of cheese the extra points in training, is to just make sure that you have the best scheme fit possible. And I don't know. I mean, it makes it easier for sure. All right, people are saying yeah. So, still allowed to change it? You're the captain now. Everyone does. I mean, I know everyone does it. That's why I'm like, do I still want to do that? Let's play this on somewhat of a hard mode, you know? I don't want to win a Super Bowl in Season 2. We still will somehow. I'm just saying I don't want to do that. Because that way, too, we'd actually really have to think about who our head coach is. And try to build the... I don't think I'm going to change it. I think I like the idea of actually having to give a shit about who my head coach is and not just changing up his style to benefit my team out of the gates. I want to actually care about who my coach is. Now, I might change my opinion on that, but it could be interesting, is all I'm saying. It could be interesting. For you! Logan, thank you for the follow. I do appreciate it. Welcome to whatever the hell this journey is going to be. As we will sim preseason game number 2 against the Miami Dolphins. We'll lose that one as well. We get a bunch of players back from injury, apparently. And let's go ahead and go team profile again. And always try to get the goal to be an interception. Coaches are way more involved with trades. I just think because I'm trying to do things so much differently than we did with the Patriots run. It's like the idea of just doing the reverse pretty much no matter what kind of appeals to me. So Matt Hennessy already gets that extra upgrade point. Sinat. Career-ending injuries are... I don't know if career-ending injuries are in. They used to be in the game way back when. I just think they try to not be morbid about stuff like that by leaving it out of the game. But also the idea of, like, if you got, like, one career-ending injury a season, people would say it's too much. So I can understand why they maybe don't program something like that into the game, you know? So... sorry, I had to respond to somebody on the Twitter there. Oh, Deej, I just responded to Deej on Twitter. There you go. Deej blew it. Deej blew it. Oh, God. Don't want your quarterback to get Alex Smith. Hey, Alex Smith came back. He's a fucking hero. God, Alex Smith is the man. Alright, Jason Spriggs gets better. Willie Beavers. So the question is already... how much is the extra XP coming into effect? Olamide. Let's go ahead and improve you as well. Alright. It'll be interesting to see what kind of effect this has as well on teams being able to manage the cap. Our final preseason game. Let's see if we go 0-3. We did. We have to cut 20 players off of this roster. There's Caleb McGarry. Improves. Wild to see the NHL finally get Frostbite. FIFA's already on a new engine. So FIFA, I guess, technically isn't on a new engine. Like, their new, like, motion stuff that they're prompting is apparently still connected to Frostbite from what I've seen. So, it's interesting. When Ryan retires, it leaves almost 100 million cap space, right? Alright, so we have our 3 quarterbacks. Running backs, Mike Davis, Daryl Patterson. We got to keep Javian Hawkins as the younger option. So I hate to say it, but Caleb Huntley, try to move him to the practice squad. Quadri Olison, to be honest, will tuck you away on the practice squad as well. Fullbacks, fairly obvious here. Keith Smith. We'll just take the hit and release you because we have Tebow. And John Rain. He's only happy when it rains. We'll move him down. Wide receivers. Ridley, Gage, Sharp. Is that Davis? Oh boy. Christian Blake. Down to the practice squad with you. Antonio Nunn is kind of trash. And then Frank Darby. It's also kind of trash. So, let's go back. You have a fullback on your roster, is scheme dependent? I mean, we have Tim Tebow on our roster. He is our fullback. He is our beautiful, lovely fullback. 5 receivers should be good, right? I don't think we necessarily need 6. And of course, Kyle Pitts, Hayden Hurst, Josh Harris. Let's go ahead and outright release Josh Harris. No long snapper needed. And Jaden Graham is injured. So we should be okay to have Lee Smith. Holy O-line. All right. Right. Cool. William Sweet, get off of the team. Matt Gano. Some might say you're Gano. I've been advised by my lawyer to apologize for that. Sorry. Oh, good. A 60 overall left guard. This is going to be a great season for Matt Ryan. This is going to be a great season for Matt Ryan. Hargrove, you're kind of trash. And then right tackle, Willie Beavers, I hate to tell you, you're off the team. Oh, Deej, do we have Dirty Bird on the stream deck? Do we have Dirty Bird on the stream deck? Will I get DMCA'd for this? I don't know. The Falcons fans. Of course we got the Dirty Bird. How would we not have the Dirty Bird? Joking me? You joking me? Of course we got the Dirty Bird. Beautiful. It's beautiful. We still have to cut 8 players off of this roster. How are we gonna do that? The O-line looks good. Defensive end, we got to get rid of 1. Taquan Graham or Jonathan Bullard. Guess we'll get rid of Bullard. Sorry, Bullard. Go ahead and cut you. Actually, I shouldn't have done that because Sanat is hurt. But that's okay. It just means we can carry an extra defensive tackle. Linebackers. Tazar Skipper. You're out of here. Well, I'm glad you're here. And, oh boy. I'm sorry, buddy, to the practice squad with you. For the linebackers. Manuel Ellerby. Gonna go ahead and get rid of you. And Errol Thompson. The practice squad with you. Holy corners. Well, Chris Williamson is definitely off of the team. And Avery Williams. Yeah, I mean, I guess it is good timing, huh? I guess it is good timing. Secret Base is doing their series on the Falcons. We start up a Falcons run. Good timing. J.R. Pace. Can I put you on the practice squad? I can't. Sorry, JR. You're gone. And we are good from there, I do believe. We should be down to 53. It's not even telling me how many we have, so I'm presuming that we're good. And we will move on to week 1 against the Philadelphia Eagles. This should be exciting. We immediately lost fullback John Rain to the Colts. That's called Crash Andrews' Revenge. Makes you have Kanye looking over you. Is anyone else just tired of Kanye West? Like, I'm just tired. I don't care. Just go away. Just go away. Just, God, I just don't care anymore. My God. All right, depth charts as we do. I did forget to look to see where some of the major free agents happen to go, so apologies for that. We could always take a look and see if it still mentions there. I'm going to start with the Kraken franchise for NHL 22. Maybe, but let's be honest, that's what everybody's going to do. So, maybe not. You know? Maybe not. It's going to be a very popular thing to do. Alright, we are looking good. I mean, well, looking good is, of course, a loose term. We're looking good for this team, you know? That's what I mean. For the most part, oh my God, this team is, whoo, this team is cheeks. Oh no. Alright, at least we got Duron Harmon. Oh God. Alright, so, are there any objections to just kind of simming through Season 1? I doubt there will be. I doubt there will be. This team needs everything. And I think the sooner we get towards the trade deadline and can look to ship off some pieces, the better. There is going to be nothing redeeming about watching how bad this team is. Absolutely nothing. Like, this team is just trash. It's awful. Jaden Graham improves, make him better at possession. Fractured kneecap, he's out for the season, which is highly unfortunate. God damn. Alright, well. DJ just saw your response on Twitter, by the way. Fantastic. So So really quickly then, the one thing that I want to do is take a look at League Transactions and kind of take a look at what teams have done. So the Bears, any interesting moves? Not really. The Bengals, like I'm looking for big names that have maybe moved. They got rid of Trent Taylor, which is a horrible decision. Got rid of former Dolphins running back Perrine. Man, they did everything. Jesus. Well, if teams are gonna make this many moves, then maybe not. Good Lord. We're gonna see that many crazy moves. Shout out to Jack Anderson, who's been playing since the 70s. My goodness. Mike Love got cut. Star to Lolele. Oh, the Bills. You're never going to win a Super Bowl in Season 3 like that. Arden Key goes to the Broncos. What else do we got here? Geno Atkins got cut by Denver. Any, like, crazy things? Sometimes you get the AI doing crazy things. But, I don't know, not really. Michael Kendricks got cut by Cleveland. That's in the realm there. Did Tampa do anything kind of crazy? Got rid of Bernard. Got rid of John Franklin. He signed the Declaration of Independence. Ah, Tampa got rid of Antonio Brown. Boo. Tom is very upset. Boo. Boo. Boo earns. Imagine getting rid of Antonio Brown. The Cardinals. Anything nutsy? This is why we look. Tanner Vallejo got cut. Denard got cut. I'm waiting to see, like, hey, he traded Chandler Jones, but apparently not. It would be cool in franchise mode if you knew something was going to happen in real life, or was rumored to happen in real life, and you could set the AI. Like, I'd love to be able to set the Cardinals AI to say GM has to trade Chandler Jones, and it just forces the AI to make a trade. It's probably impossibly difficult to edit, but that would be so cool. So cool. Ah, DiCaprio Boodle got dropped to the practice squad. Boo. Sorry, Darius Fountain got me. Darius Fountain. Why do the Chiefs have all the best names? Like, they really do. They signed Richard Sherman and got rid of him. They signed... Okay. So, for the most part, with the veterans, it just looks like they got signed and then immediately cut. So, not much to see there. Regular season. We're going to sim through this sumbitch as fast as we can.